everyone, my name is Ms. Gowan, and today we're going to be learning about proportional relationships and how we can use those to find what percent a number is to a part of a whole. So an important part of this that we're going to be doing today is cross multiplication, and that's something that we've done in a previous unit. So let's look at a review video real fast to get a refresher on that.
Here's a neat math trick. Which fraction is larger, 5 over 8 or 8 over 13? To solve this problem, all you have to do is cross multiply. 13 multiplied by 5 is equal to 65, and 8 multiplied by 8 is 64. Since 65 is larger than 64, 5 over 8 is larger than 8 over 13. And that's it. Now you might be wondering why this trick works. Let's imagine putting the fractions with a common denominator. We'll multiply the numerator and denominator of 5 over 8 by 13, and we'll multiply the numerator and denominator of 8 over 13 by 8. Then we can calculate the numerator of the first fraction is 65, and the numerator of the second fraction is 64. Since these fractions have a common denominator, we can of course compare them, and now we can see we don't really need to compute the denominator, we can just compute the numerators, and we can see that 65 is larger than 64, and that's why 5 over 8 is larger than 8 over 13. Here's a neat math trick. Which fraction is larger, 5 over 8?
So as you probably noticed in that they used inequalities. In our lesson today, we're going to be doing the same across multiplication, but it'll be set as an equality, which means equal. So let me demonstrate one problem so you guys can see exactly how it's going to work. So in our problem, we have a band that has 50 students. And in that band, 10 of those students play trumpet. So I want to know what percentage of students play trumpet. So let's think about some numbers that we heard in that. We know that there's 50 students in the band and 10 play trumpet. Now our first step when we're setting up our inequalities is set up two fractions equal to each other. So fraction 1 equal to fraction 2. Now we know from our fraction unit that our total always goes on the bottom as a denominator. So what is our total number of band students? 50. So I'll put 50 here. And how many of those students, the part, play trumpet? 10. So that will go over band students. Now when we're dealing with percentages, we're always going to go out of 100. So our next total will be 100. And we'll always represent what we're trying to find with the letter X. So X will go over here as our missing part. Now we'll cross multiply. We know that 100 times 10, we can work that out. 0, 0, 0, placeholder 0, 0, 0, 1 is going to be 1,000. So 1,000 is equal to 50 times X, which is 50X. And then we'll divide each side by 50 because we need to get X by itself. So we'll come over here and do our long division. 1,000 divided by 50. It can't fit in 1, can't fit in 10, but it can fit in 100. 2 times 100, that brings us down to 0, and then 0. 20% of our students will be playing trumpet in the band. Now let's work some together. I want you guys to fill in the blanks for me. We're going to do two problems. So let's say that we're baking some cookies, and we made 20 cookies, and 10 of them are going to be sugar cookies. How can we set this up as a proportional relationship? What's our first step? Yes, we need to do two fractions equal to each other. Okay. And then what is our total number of cookies? 20. And how many of those cookies are sugar? Yes, 10. And then what did we just say that a percentage is out of? 100. Very good. And our mystery number is always represented by X. So who can tell me what we should multiply first? Yes, I would probably go 100 times 10. So 100 times 10, once again, is 1,000. So we have 1,000 is equal to 20x. What's our next step? Yeah, we need to divide by 20. And 20, so that will give us 50% of our cookies are sugar. Let's do one more where it's not that easy, because we all know that 50% is half. Let's go with, we have 30 kids in a math class. And 3 of them made an A. Now let's set that up. I want you guys to kind of lead me through it. So yes, we will need our 2 fractions. And yes, we're gonna set 30 as our total number of students, with 3 being our part. Yep, we need 100 on the bottom because 100 is what we do with percent, and X as our mystery number. Cross multiply, so we have 300. And then who can tell me what this next part is? Yes, 30X. And then we need to divide by 30 on both sides. You guys are right. And who can figure that out for me? I'll give you guys a second. Yes, it's gonna be 10 of our students, or 10% of our students will make an A in that class. Okay, so now that you guys have had some practice and we're working together, I want to assign you guys just 4 word problems. And we're just gonna be finding the percent, exactly what we just did. And then before you guys leave, I would like you guys to fill out the exit ticket. And all you're gonna do is tell me how you feel about the lesson with the smiley faces, and then one thing that you did not fully understand that I could help clarify better in the future. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.